Hello, everyone. This is Grand Chief Rose here. So, today we're talking about honey. Honey is the most, how do you put it, sought after product other than coffee and oil. It is a very fast growing economic development, and they never can provide enough honey. You know, you can tell if it's pure or not. It tastes like barley. And if you've ever been a farm boy like I was, kind of growing up there, sometimes the harvest you get blasted with, some of the stuff, and you kind of get a taste, not meaning to, because it's hot, you're breathing out of your mouth, right? And so the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I'm assuming you guys have all heard of the honey flow hives. Now, one little box is great for a little hobby, but to do commercially, you need big hives. You can have beehives the size of a pallet and going up about 4 or 5 boxes. I've seen it happen. It's actually very, very cool. I started off by selling these honey flow hives, and then I actually went to farmers and actually tried to sell it to them. So they were sitting there teaching me more about it, which was great, and stuff like that. And they got me to try their pure honey and stuff like that. It was a great learning experience. Now this is years and years ago, right? So what we're planning on doing is one of the sources of income for Canoe Nation and a natural alternative to sugar in our communities for Canoe Nation would be mass production of honey. Now, we're going to take old semi-enclosed trailers and literally, so like reefer trailers as they call them, we don't need AC, get rid of that. And one side you have a hallway, and then you have 5 and somewhat feet, and you have feet behind the hives. That's where all the bees come in now. You have all these holes going up the side of the trailer, and you have so you can slide in boards there and kind of, connect them in or lock them in when you go to move the trailer around. Well, I just wanted to bring up, even each one of these little boxes will produce 30 liters of honey every, week for if you just have one little one, maybe every couple of days. But we're estimating about every 2 weeks. Now, we'll know more as we continue on, but bees produce a lot of honey. And these honey flow hives, we connect all the tubes in and bring 5-gallon pails and just line them up and stuff like that. And so you'd have 5 boxes going across. Each box is approximately about a foot by foot or 18 inches, depending on who makes a box and stuff like that. Then you have the flow hives going up. In the middle, on the bottom, you'd have the queen. She's got to be taken care of really good. So you'd have so it slides in and then connects in and locks. So that way it doesn't move around. You don't want her being disturbed as much as possible, right? Well, all women are cranky, especially the queen. No, no, but in all honesty, though, like anyone, we don't like to be moved around. But when they do, it's nice to not have to have the queen box flying out by accident and stuff like that. So 10 of these trailers alone, because what you're going to do is you're going to have 10 hives in each one of these trailers, and each hive gets about 5 feet. So you get a foot behind and 3 feet in the front, and then a foot for all the hives going all the way up to the ceiling. And then so you might have whoever's in there is probably going to be a lot skinnier than me, and has a lot of deals. But the bright side is the bees only come out the back. So when you're working in the front, there's no chance of getting stung. And then you have doors that you'd open, and you can lock them if you wanted to. And then you move along. There's 10. So when it comes down to it, if we had 10 trailers alone, and we're probably looking at 50, that would bring anywhere from 10 to $13 million a year just in honey. And yes, we would package it ourselves. We were planning on setting up our own glass plant for many different reasons, for storing our own stuff. It'd be cheaper in the long run. And we got sand up there that's perfect for glass. Why not, right? And so you have the glass, you can produce your own jars and stuff like that. Now, a half a liter, think of honey. So there's 500 grams, not two of these. So one 500 grams, normal price is almost $10 now. $10 for no name honey, not, brand name. And so we got some different ideas for different names. So the idea is we'll have different brand names for our products, and then say on the back a product of Canoe Nation, so that way people know it comes from us, right? And yeah, we want it all pure. So that's the bright side about these honey flow hives. The honey comes out, doesn't need to be pasteurized, and it's, well, I wouldn't say organic. I mean, it all depends on the bees have, right? You can never say truly organic because neighbors' fields could have a whole bunch of chemicals, and there's nothing you can do about that. But so when we have the pigs clear out a whole area, and yes, we will be doing about probably each community will probably do about 30,000 head of pigs a year. Why? Because you can produce a lot more faster, and a lot of people love their bacon, and there's a huge market for it. We will have some cows, but the idea is in the community we'll have like a quarter section for intake. So for the we call them South communities, but they'll be North Prince Albert. For any of those communities down there, they'd have the bees, all that kind of stuff. But the North communities would not raise cattle; it costs too much. So what we would do is quite simple, very very simple. What we do is we'd make contracts with local farmers that's selling beef. We'd also have our dairy cattle too. On that's a whole different thing. But so that we have milk, that we can produce dairy products and stuff like that, and whatnot. Sorry, someone just digging me on Facebook while I'm on here doing Messenger. But anyways, so the idea is we bring a lot of cattle in. They're separated from different farms to check to see if they have anything wrong with them, and we have high standards. So less chemical, the better, right? And then you feed them for the last 3 months. Heavy and really good grain, everything we can, and then we would take them to the release house, which in your guys' house is a slaughterhouse, but we call them release house, and we would clean them all up, and then send the whole deals, because it's easier to send an animal that's been released up north, and then have our butcher shops up there. How most of the community works is instead of you having to produce honey with your business and trying to find the buyers and all that stuff, the community has a brokerage deal where the community buys it all for a good price. Now, fresh product always is a cost to community members, but can be sold for double or triple outside to our different stores, and that's okay. However, honey is one of those ones where they never expires, which is great. Doesn't mean that, we can charge an arm and a leg for it to our people, but the idea is to keep food and stuff and costs down for our citizens, so that way they and our members in the community, so that way we can actually survive and live and prosper well, right? We want a society that doesn't have to worry about how I'm going to eat the next paycheck, right? If you go and work for even the bare minimum and you're on disability, you're still going to have food in your fridge, your rent paid, your utilities paid, because with our power usage, we won't be charging for power, just a monthly maintenance fee. So if we need to upgrade or if the lines go down, we need to pay someone for that, right? But as for the power itself, to community members, it would be free. Outside, if we connect to the grid, which I don't think we would, then we're happily charged for excess power. So either way, guys, it's been great talking to you, and remember to get your honey on and your bees. But I'm looking forward to working with a lot more people as they come in, and the people that we have. We have a great group, 4,500 people, I believe it is, in our group and counting. So invite everyone you can, share the video. May God bless you. May the Creator be with you.